bustling city of Kolkata, a revolutionary educational institution is set to make its mark. Introducing the RP Goenka International School, a state-of-the-art establishment that combines the best of international education with strong Indian roots. Join us as we take a closer look at this visionary project led by the dynamic duo of Shashwat and Shivika Goenka. The RP Goenka International School, the RPGIS, is an educational institution, is set to make its mark as the first international baccalaureate IB board school in the eastern part of India, located at Diamond Harbour Road, Kolkata. RPGIS is an initiative of the RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, a conglomerate with a significant global presence.
Education is something that we are very passionate about, right? And it's not just secondary education or higher education, but I think education begins right when you're very, very young. And I think that's the kind of values that get instilled at that age that really start to determine the kind of person you will be when you become much older, right? And I think for us, it was very important to give back to the society that we live in. And this is just an endeavor, and that was the motivation behind which we kind of started this.
RPGIS was envisioned as a space dedicated to nurturing talent, nurturing students. It was actually just about bringing a change in society. We saw a big opportunity that we felt that could really, change the lives of children and give them endless opportunities and present them with a whole host of extracurricular activities and really enhance their whole holistic development. So I think as a group, whatever we do it well. So we really wanted to bring that benchmark of excellence that we felt we can really bring about and which will really transform lives.
The mission of the RP Goenka International School is to nurture compassionate, confident and resilient leaders who are ready for the future. Guided by a strong value system, the RPGIS believes in a holistic inquiry-based education that emphasizes on critical thinking, autonomy and creativity. The school aims to cultivate a lifelong love of learning amongst its students and empower them to become responsible citizens and contribute positively to the global community.
RPGIS was envisioned as a transformative space, a space dedicated to making a difference in the lives of children and helping shape their journeys holistically. Our thoughtfully designed state-of-the-art infrastructure at RPGIS allows each and every child to thrive in a multitude of academic and extracurricular pursuits.
One of the things when we studied abroad was you were responsible for everything that you did, right? So there was a huge sense of responsibility, accountability and ownership that came into everything you did, whether it was academic or non-academic, right? And that's one philosophy that we want to bring into the students of RPGIS, where we are saying that you need to be accountable, responsible and have ownership for everything that you do. It's not your parents who's responsible per se to say, you need to come first in class, or why are you not studying, or why are you not playing sports or whatever. It's about creating that sense of ownership and accountability within the individuals and children themselves, so that they themselves are always going to strive to do better than themselves that they had done in the past.
The school ensures that students not only receive the guidance of exceptional faculty but also have access to the best resources. Through community outreach programs, students learn the value of active global citizenship and develop an understanding of international mindset. The school's unconventional approach towards education enables students to explore digital innovations with the help of advanced technology, cultivating them to be lifelong learners.
All of us are lifelong learners, and this is what is imbibed IB, and we are going to ensure that that happens in our classrooms as well. So we are going to try the PYP for the very first time in the east of India in RP Goenka International School.
We are the first IB PYP school in Calcutta, and that's a big moment for us. The IB program, the IB PYP, is a curriculum framework, which means that the IB prescribes a framework and we have the liberty to design the curriculum around it. The way it's different from the more traditional methods of learning and teaching is that we actually are able to get our students to think. In our classrooms earlier, we just sat and acquired knowledge. But now they acquire knowledge, of course, but then how do I use this knowledge and how do I transfer what I'm learning in the classroom to, let's say, real life situations? So children are thinking like scientists, they are thinking like mathematicians, they are thinking like problem solvers. Also, there are no real subject boundaries in the IB-PYP, because when you're born into the world is not divided by subjects. So they learn how I can use science, how I can use social studies, how I can use mathematics to solve different problems or situations that I face in the world.
The curriculum at RPGIS is designed to develop students across emotional, social, ethical and academic spheres. With a comprehensive approach to education, the school focuses on creating a positive learning environment that caters to the academic and non-academic needs of students.
Our whole education philosophy has been around instilling a lifelong love of learning in the students, right? And that is something that cannot come by learning just in the classroom and learning just from textbooks. So the whole idea behind the whole education philosophy, which also includes the choice of curriculum, which is what we've taken, is, you know, to be very international, to keep it very international yet deeply rooted in Indian values and culture. And the whole idea is not just rote learning or academic learning, but actually putting a whole practical lens to what we are learning. So there will be a lot of experiential learning that will happen, and not just in the classroom, but inside and outside the classroom. So as you walk around the school, you are also going to see that there are a lot of breakout spaces that have been very intelligently planned because they merge with your classroom and the spaces and actually become an extension of the classroom, where students can also engage with individually with the teachers or in groups where they can actually work as a group and foster a lot of collaborative learning.
The international curriculum developed by the RPGIS from nursery to grade 12 prepares students for 2 external board examinations in grade 10 and grade 12.
We are already actually talking of 22nd century learning and not even 21st century learning. So holistical development means that it's not just about knowledge acquisition. We have to learn how to think creatively. We have to learn how to think critically. We have to be able to work with different people, so we learn collaboration skills. So it's a framework that allows you to work on skills, understandings and knowledge, and that's the beauty of the curriculum, which prepares you, so to say, for real life.
The key features of RPGIS include a highly experienced faculty, commitment to innovation and teaching practices, and an international curriculum rooted in Indian culture and strong values.
Our teacher-student ratio is 1:9, and actually this year we are also able to offer 1:5. And what that helps us do is to personalize learning, because all students learn in different ways, at a different pace. And this low to teacher-student ratio allows us to do that. So if a child learns better in an audio-visual format, then we are able to do that versus just delivering, let's say, a writing task. And this is what is also key to, so to say, our teaching approach.
With personalized learning based on individual capabilities, RPGIS aims to create future-ready leaders.
This is a one place where our children can get everything, and I think that's why the parents have chosen us, because not just the education part of it, but also into looking into the extracurricular activities which we are going to be doing after school and during school as well. Our multi-purpose hall, which teams up to be a seating place for an auditorium, as well as a place to play basketball and badminton. These are areas which we have specially developed for our children, including all these breakout spaces that we have created, where children can go out and do their research and have smaller sessions with their teachers and friends, and peer group learning also happens. So the way this school has been designed and the way the space has been used is extremely unique, and this goes a long way in telling that we do really care for our children and want them to have the best experience possible, because there is no school like this in Calcutta, and it's high time that the children got this exposure.
The school provides full exposure to an inquiry-based curriculum focusing on problem-solving skills.
Focus in a lot of our subjects is problem solving. What is the problem that I'm identifying in my environment, and how am I able to solve it? So this generation, for example, will have to solve problems related to the climate, and that's what we are encouraging students to do. think like problem solvers, think like, conflict resolution. So they will step out into the world and hopefully be those creative thinkers who come up with ideas that change the world.
The school boasts of a world-class, high-tech integrated campus with modern infrastructure, customized learning, personalized attention, and classrooms specially designed to promote collaborative learning. Creative breakout spaces are provided for students to explore their interests through self-exploration.
One of the areas for us that I think is very unique and interesting is this whole use of breakout spaces. And bringing in the breakout spaces as part of the core learning element in the school. So for example, we have the indoor amphitheater, we have the barn, we have the neighborhood, we have a series of these breakout spaces which are age appropriately designed to allow for a lot of learning, academic and non-academic, and a lot of collaborative work.
The learning environment at RPGIS is designed to encourage holistic development.
We've been working on the curriculum, on resources, and of course ensuring that the children have programs that they can involve themselves in, and of course experiential learning is part of our learning agenda for the students of the school, and we have designed many activities which will inspire them to become more creative, more collaborative, and of course be communicative and be able to express their ideas in very many ways.
The school offers spacious classrooms, separate libraries for primary and secondary class students, and sensory walls for exploratory play in the kindergarten section. State-of-the-art facilities such as auditoriums, science labs, and open-air classrooms create an experiential learning environment for students.
There are three things that we're really looking to achieve here. The first one is students should be safe and healthy in our school. So we have this wonderful facility, we've got top-notch catering, and we've got effective security provided by a reputable firm here. So the health and the safety is really an important part that we take very seriously, especially coming out of the COVID pandemic. The second thing is we want students at our school to be happy. It seems like an obvious thing, but it's something that's sometimes neglected in education. We want students to be happy at the school. We've put together a wonderful group of very supportive and very dedicated homeroom teachers. We've got these wonderful play areas and breakout spaces for children to socialize, and we've backed that up with student support services. And then perhaps the most important thing is we want students at our school to be successful. So we have this nice, challenging, student-centered international curriculum where people can be appropriately stimulated and challenged to do their best. We also think there should be many ways to be successful in school, so we have a lot of different activities as part of our curriculum, and that's backed up by an after-school activities program so that every student can find some way to succeed.
The RP Goenka International School deploys advanced technology to enhance the learning experience of students. The campus is completely Wi-Fi enabled, and interactive displays in every classroom facilitate digital learning. Design technology and innovators labs such as robotics labs provide opportunities for students to explore the latest innovations.
Robotics lab and the maker spaces are the best places. I think these are spaces which are unique to our school. These are very new age, where students will be working with not just robotics but also using AI, machine learning, AR, VR over different age groups, and they'll be dabbling with new technologies that are now starting to define the world. And what's also very interesting about these spaces is, especially for example, if you take our maker space, is you're actually going to be creating things here.
We have a maker space where, of course, students engage in what we call the design thinking process. Design thinking is also something that is being practiced by corporates. Students become and think like designers. So they identify problems, they find different solutions, and the way we initiate that in the primary, for example, is through all the Lego manipulatives that are available. There are also Lego bots, and these increase in complexity. So the students are just fitting things, then they are undoing them, then they are remaking them. Then we introduce the sensors, numbers, and that's how the complexity of the bots grow. So it's just a way of getting them to think in a more complex manner and find multiple solutions like any designer would do, and then, so to say, prototype and come up with a final product.
Our children are all digital natives and they're born in the age of technology. So it's very important that we educate them to use it properly and effectively, to do research, to take it forward, to be innovators as well. So be it our Innovators Lab or our Maker Space, these two centers help children discover and explore more in the fields of robotics and coding and the STEAM program per se.
RPGIS believes in the importance of sports and physical activities for overall development of students. The school provides a range of sports facilities, including squash courts, table tennis, badminton, basketball courts, a swimming pool, an indoor sports hall, a mini football ground, a cricket pitch, and outdoor exercise zones. The school also offers yoga and martial arts studios, allowing students to explore different forms of physical fitness.
From a cutting-edge performance arts theatre to a robotics lab, we provide exceptional facilities for sports like squash and rock climbing, as well as sensory, visual, musical and creative development spaces for young minds, with specially designed outdoor classrooms and a world-class auditorium. At RPGIS, we have also innovatively designed breakout areas that inspire collaboration and foster creative play amongst our students. Also, by embracing cutting-edge technologies and fostering a culture of innovation, we ensure that our students are well prepared for the challenges and opportunities for the future.
RPGIS understands the significance of extracurricular activities in nurturing well-rounded individuals. The school provides dedicated spaces for dance, drama, music and art, including practice rooms and studios. Activity spaces and informal breakout areas encourage creative exploration.
For the IB, all the subjects and the extracurricular activities are integrated. Co-curricular, extracurricular activities are integrated into the curriculum, like music, dance, theatre, robotics and other aspects of learning are part of the learning journey, and they help children discover new topics and explore new avenues. So that's how the IB program works, and that's how we plan to do at our school as well.
From the pre-primary and primary stages where students acquire essential skills, qualities and responsibilities, to lower secondary and secondary stages where a foundation of knowledge and skills is built, RPGIS provides a framework that ensures a smooth progression in learning. In the senior secondary stage, students pursue subjects in greater depth and complexity, preparing them for undergraduate study.
Students are learning everything in a context because there are many commonalities that connect humans around the world. So who I am, what my identity is an issue faced by a student also in other parts of the world. And the way we do this is in a very engaging manner in the classroom. So like in more traditional classrooms, you always saw the teacher at the front of the classroom and then the students just sat and faced the teacher. But when you enter one of our classrooms here at school, it's hard to find the teacher sometimes because students are working in collaborative groups and they are thinking, they are framing the right questions to ask the teacher. So it's not always finding the right answers is what they are seeking, but what question am I going to ask and how am I going to expand my thinking? So the whole way of teaching and learning is very inquiry based, very research focused. Students have the liberty to make mistakes. They have the freedom to share their ideas. They have the freedom to share their opinions, even if they are not always right. But we also learn mutual respect, that everybody has a contribution to make towards teaching and learning. And then we all gather ideas, pool our ideas, and then grow our learning together.
RPGIS recognizes the importance of nutritious meals for students' overall well-being. The school's menu is prepared by a senior nutritionist, ensuring a varied and healthy diet. With an emphasis on local, seasonal and organic vegetables, RPGIS aims to develop lifelong healthy eating habits. Modern cafeteria facilities and separate dining rooms for primary, middle and senior children provide a comfortable dining experience.
We want to provide students with nutritious meals which are built in a safe environment and of course are healthy. We have a nutritionist who has designed the meal program for us. We also tied up with Sodexo, which is a French conglomerate which believes and which is used across the world, and this particular company has tied up with us to provide the best meals for our students.
RP Goenka International School is set to open its doors to students, promising a transformative educational journey. With its commitment to nurturing compassionate, confident and resilient leaders, RPGIS aims to redefine excellence in international education in the eastern part of India.
Today's children are challenged quite a bit and the world outside is extremely challenging for them. So we want to ensure that they study in a very safe atmosphere which helps them blossom, and of course we are going to be doing a lot of counseling. We have our special education needs department and a counseling department in school, and this will take care not just the physical but the mental well-being of our students as well, and this is the need of the hour.
As the school prepares to welcome its first batch of students, the future looks bright for those who will embark on their educational journey at RP Goenka International School.